Hello everyone, I'm Em. Welcome back to TechBlock. Today we're doing setup block episode number 5, and just now we also hit 29,000 subscribers on the TechBlock YouTube channel. So thank you everyone so much for subscribing, for liking, for commenting, for watching these videos in the first place. Thank you all so much, I appreciate it. The channel is going to have some real cool content coming out in the next couple of months, and I honestly can't imagine how next year is going to look like for the channel and just type of content we're going to be posting. And I honestly can't thank all of you enough for just watching these videos, for supporting the channel, as this is my full-time job making YouTube videos, and genuinely I appreciate all of you watching this channel and stuff. So thank you all so much. As always, I'd like to give a shout out to Random Frank P as well as Ed from TechSource for inspiring me to make my own setup review show. And if you see any products that you like in the setups I'm about to feature, I'll leave dozens of links in the description down below for you guys. So, you know, if you like anything that you see, check out the links down below there. The first setup here comes from Leon. He is 14 years old, and I'm loving the theme that he has going on here in his setup. We have like pink and blue LED lights all over the place in his PC and his keyboard, you know, and his mouse and stuff. And all of that just looks really nice together with his wallpaper. It all just, you know, blends in very nicely. Loving the theme that you have going on here overall. So taking a look at your peripherals here, you've gone with the Razer Black Widow X Chroma Keyboard Mercury Edition. And then you've paired that keyboard with the Logitech G502 mouse sitting on top of the Razer Invicta Mercury Edition mouse mat. Over on the left-hand side of your keyboard as well, there is some sort of plant. I believe it's like a fake plant that you bought on IKEA or something. And then for his monitor, he's gone with an absolute monster of a gaming monitor. It is none other than the Asus PG258Q, a 240Hz refresh rate monitor. It's 24 inches, it has G-Sync, 1 millisecond response time. The only drawback of this monitor, I guess, is that it is a TM panel, so color reproduction and viewing angles aren't the best, but it has 240Hz, and I'm sure this monitor is amazing for gaming, dude. As you know, 240Hz, the smoothness, goddamn. So let's go ahead and take a look at Leon's PC here. For his CPU, he's gone with the Intel Core i5-6400, cooled by the Deepcool Captain 240mm all-in-one liquid cooler, looking very nice. He has 8GB of Corsair Vengeance RAM, non-RGB unfortunately, an Asus GTX 980 Ti Poseidon. You've also got some lovely all-white sleeved cables for your motherboard power as well as your graphics card power, looking very, very nice. For storage, you have your 120GB HyperX SSD and a 1TB Seagate Barracuda hard drive. For lighting and RGB-ness in the system, you have the NZXT Hue Plus lighting system paired with the NZXT Air RGB fans, and all of this is sitting inside of the NZXT S340 Elite PC case. And then you've even added like some underglow LED strips beneath your PC case for that added bling, I guess. But I'm really liking your PC build over here. Everything just matches really nicely to the rest of your setup, in my opinion. There are quite a few things I think you could improve on in this PC build though. HyperX do sell an RGB SSD now, and I think that would look pretty dope in this system, especially because you only have a 120GB SSD right now. I'm sure you'd be happy if you'd upgrade it to like a high capacity SSD there. With some RGB, of course, you could store a few more games on your SSD drive and just improve loading times in general. But yeah, check out the HyperX like RGB SSD down there, and then maybe even throw in some like RGB RAM in there from G.Skill, Corsair or HyperX, you know, because they all make pretty nice RGB RAM. So consider upgrading your RAM, as you only have 8GB right now, and I think bumping that up to 16GB and adding some RGB would be pretty cool. Anyway, that's his PC build. Taking a look at the back of his PC here, you also have the NZXT Puck that is holding up your HyperX Cloud 2 headset there. We've even got a Noble Chairs epic white chair there, you know, matching your entire theme very, very nicely. You've got a white chair, white PC case, white peripherals. The only problems with your peripherals, I guess, is that your mouse isn't white and it kind of stands out there, especially that black cable coming from that mouse. So I feel like investing in some kind of white mouse would really help you, or at least investing in like a wireless mouse. I think that would look much, much cleaner. And then maybe possibly consider, oh Jesus Christ, your cable management. We'll get to that in a second. And then maybe possibly consider drilling a hole for your keyboard wire, but that isn't really necessary as your keyboard wire is white and it kind of just blends in nicely with the table there. But taking a look at this picture here, dude, oh, how have you managed this cable management? Jesus Christ. There's just cables dangling on the floor. There's one dangling there. What? This is unacceptable, Leon. So I'll pick up some like visual freaking cable ties or something, tie this stuff together, you know, or check out all the various gear I featured in my cable management gear video. Pressing the card right there to check it out. It's a pretty cool video. It'll help you tidy up your cables and stuff. And I think Leon needs to tidy up his cables here because this is horrible. But that's pretty much it, fully owned setup. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. The next setup comes from Rokas. He is 13 years old from Lithuania, dude. That's where I'm from. So taking a look at his setup here, very simple in my opinion, not too much going on here, although your PC is on the floor and you kind of have like a restricted amount of leg space there. So I'd probably move the PC on the desk if at all possible, to kind of give yourself some more leg room down there. But nevertheless, taking a look at his peripherals here, he has the Razer Ornata Chroma keyboard. For his mouse, he has the Logitech Protea Spectrum G502. For his headset, he's also going to the Razer Kraken 7.1 V2 Chroma, I hope. And then taking a look at his chair right here, it's from IKEA. That's pretty much all we know. Taking a look at his PC specs, he has the i5-7400 CPU, a GTX 970 from NVIDIA, 8GB of DDR4 RAM, a 500GB hard drive, a 120GB SSD, and a 350-watt power supply. But that PC case definitely needs an upgrade, I think, as he has, some pretty decent hardware in there, pretty good for gaming, but the PC case is kind of like a letdown. And the fact that it's on the floor isn't a good thing either, so I definitely moved the PC on the desk there. That should really help you out. You also have a mouse mat there, but we have no idea what that mouse mat is. Taking a look at his cable management though, we have some kind of LED strip that's mounted behind his desk, I believe. And then he's got a few power strips in some kind of like compartment behind his desk, hiding everything very nicely. So in terms of cable management, not too bad. I don't see any cables like, dangling on the floor or anything. But yeah, that's Rokas' setup. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. The next setup comes from Alex. He is 17 years old. And holy crap, there is a lot going on here. We have 4 monitors, like 3 PCs. There's an Xbox that's being used as like a monitor riser. Whoa, there's a lot going on here. We got some crazy speakers, some custom desks by the looks of things or something, like goddamn. Right, so Alex here, who is 17 years old, repairs and builds computers in his spare time and also repairs like other kinds of electronics, at least that's what he's told us here. And taking a look at his peripherals, I guess, for his main setup here over on the right hand side, I suppose, he has the Corsair K65 RGB Rapid Fire keyboard, a SteelSeries Rival 300 black mouse, a HyperX Cloud 2 red headset. For his main monitor, he has a 24-inch Philips monitor. Then there's also a 19-inch Samsung monitor with a custom resolution of 1350 by 1080. Very nice. And then we also have a 32-inch LCD LG TV, I guess wall-mounted there, above his setup. Wow. And then we also have 3 computers here. So beginning with the one over on the far right hand side here, the black ROG PC. For his CPU, he has the i5-4460, a GTX 970 Founders Edition, 16GB of Kingston DDR3 RAM running at 1600 MHz, a 120GB SSD from Kingston, and a 1TB Toshiba hard drive. That's his first PC, alright? Moving on to the custom white PC there, over in like the center of his desk. He has the Intel Core i7-950, a GTX 660, 12GB of Corsair DDR3 RAM, 2 250GB Seagate hard drives running in RAID 0, and all that is sitting inside of the Fantex P400S PC case with an RGB kit installed on it. And then for the final PC build, we have a black HP PC case that I believe is over on the right hand side of the white PC case that has an Intel Core i5-3470 CPU, a GT430 graphics card, 8GB of Samsung DDR3 RAM, and a 0.5 TB Seagate hard drive. Wow, you have a lot of PCs there. There's so much going on in your setup. You have some speakers like mounted on shelves. Holy crap, dude. You have like, I think a PS3 Slim or something on your desk there. You have a broken Xbox 360 that you are using as like a monitor stand, I guess. Man, there's so much going on in this setup. Well, thank you, Alex, for submitting your setup, man. It's crazy. And the cable management, believe it or not, with so much stuff going on here, isn't too bad. Like, you don't see that many cables. Although for your TV cable, definitely pick up some white cable trunking. I think that would look much better, so you could hide the cable running down from your TV there. But apart from that, with the amount of stuff going on here, your cable management really isn't that bad. So yeah, thank you, Alex, for submitting your setup. Let's go ahead and take a look at the next one. The final setup here comes from Djorn. He is 15 years old, from Holland. Occupation, school. Setup purpose, gaming. This guy just plays games on his setup, and let me tell you, it's a pretty dope setup. We have 2 Eiffel Towers, we have a PC over on the left-hand side of his setup, we have a keyboard, we have a mouse mat, and a wall-mounted monitor, and I just noticed there's also a giant cactus over on the right hand side of your setup. God damn, let's take a look at what this guy has in his actual setup here. So the desk is custom made and it is a pretty thick desk, dude. For his monitor, he has the G-Master G2530 HSU-B1- gaming monitor, dude. We have a keyboard here, the Razer Black Widow Tournament Edition Chroma V2. For his mouse, he has the Razer Death Adder Chroma. For his speakers, where are his speakers? I can't even see them. For his speakers, he has the JBL Spark speakers that are, I guess, behind his setup and kind of like scattered around his room, I suppose. And then for his headset, he has the Razer Kraken USB. And then he has 2 Eiffel Towers from Paris, dude. God damn. Very creative idea here, using a miniature Eiffel Tower as a headphone hanger, you know? That's pretty cool. Taking a look at your keyboard management, Djorn, and you've honestly done an amazing job here. You have drilled a hole in your desk to route your keyboard wires through. You have a grommet there. Man, you've done a very good job here. And below your desk, it just gets better, man. He has a gigantic cable holder that I'm pretty sure houses like some power strips, and just everything is just so nicely cable managed. This makes me happy, Djorn. Thank you so much for, taking the time to cable manage everything. Djorn also has some LED strips mounted behind his monitor and his desk, and the entire theme that he has going on here, I guess, with some red LED accents here and there, it looks pretty cool. You've got like a red and white PC case, and the rest of your peripherals and LED strips are very nicely color matched to your PC case and everything else. It's just like a black, red, and kind of like a wooden setup, I guess. It looks very nice in my opinion, dude. Fantastic job here with cable management, with just the overall setup, and just take a look at the amount of legroom Djorn has here. Like, holy crap, dude. Like, he has a gigantic desk. Like, how big is that desk? Like, 3-4 meters long? Like, god damn, dude. You have so much legroom. That's crazy. Anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at Djorn's PC here. For his case, he's gone with the Corsair Carbide Series Spec Alpha. He has the AMD Ryzen 5 1500X CPU, the MSI B350 PC Mate motherboard, an MSI GeForce GTX 1050 Ti 4GB edition overclocked as well. Cool stuff there. We have a solid state drive there from Crucial, a Be Quiet 10 500-watt power supply, and then some HyperX Fury DDR4 RAM. Thank you very much for submitting your setup, and that's going to pretty much round up episode 5 of Setup Block. So thank you everyone for submitting your setups. If you do want to submit your own setup and be featured on the show, all submission instructions are in the description down below. And all of the products that I just featured here today are going to be linked in the description down below for you guys. So if you see anything that you like, check out the links down below there. There will be dozens and dozens of links that take me probably an hour or 2 to make. So, apart from that, everyone, thank you very much for watching Setup Block episode 5, and I hope to see you in another episode soon. Goodbye.